We're glad to have you. What we're going to do tonight, well, what this amazing lady is going to do for us tonight. I got to tell you, I got to shout her out a little bit. You're fixing to hear from someone that this lady loves to travel, and it's probably a good thing because she's always cruising. Like, she is the cruising queen. Yeah. I never know which ship she's on, which port she's going out of, if she's going solo, if she's got the babe with her, little Jacob, but she is our traveling queen. She knows a thing or two about cruising. She is an ambassador with our company. She is qualified to train over 92,000 travel agents. So she's kind of a big deal, right? And she, on the other side of our business, she is a one-star director, and she's one of the top leaders in our company. So you're fixing to hear from someone phenomenal who knows their business. So I'm going to bring to the line as she takes a big sip, make sure she got that voice for all of you. I'm going to bring her to the line. Director Tiffany Dion Harris, are you ready to tell us a thing or two about cruising?
I'm so excited, y'all. Thank you so much, Director Huntley. Hailing out of the great state of Texas, phenomenal woman. I appreciate you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, great evening. Happy Tuesday. If y'all are ready to learn some information, just go ahead and put in the chat, I'm ready, because I'm excited. I'm so excited about tonight. You all, whether you were invited here by a friend, family member, maybe even a stranger from social media, we appreciate your time. Maybe you are watching the replay of this. We still appreciate your time. I see you guys. I'm ready is going all throughout the chat. So I'm really excited about what is getting ready to take place, because number one, we want you all to leave here educated. We want you to leave here empowered, not only to start travel businesses and start earning money from the travel that you're already booking, but to be able to go out and just like change the world. Like, can we just take a moment and know that when we book travel for other people, we're changing lives. Some people are taking mental health vacations. Some people are taking their first family vacation. Some people are taking their first trip in years. I mean, we all know the thing that we've all gone through, you know what I mean? So it's an honor to be able to be the people, to be the force behind travel. So we are going to dive on in. Tonight, we have a couple of things that you all are going to learn. One, you're going to learn how you can become a cruise specialist. And so if you don't even know what that means, don't worry, we're going to educate you, share a ton of information in a short amount of time. And number two, you're going to learn how you can build a business online. Now, for some of us, some people love belly-to-belly marketing. They are extroverts. They're out here talking to people everywhere that they go. That's a separate training that we have for you, but that's not tonight. So tonight, we're going to teach you how you can build online without having to necessarily tap into your existing friends and family, although they're great too, but we're going to give you some techniques on how you can have an incredible business. And number three, we're going to teach you how some agents are able to earn commissions in their very first week. So if that sounds good, if y'all can just go ahead and put in the chat that that's good to me, and we are going to get rolling. But I'm going to wait for the chat because I'm a super interactive type of person. I see it. Selena say good to me. Cindy, good to me. Oh, thank you. All right, we're going to make sure that these lines stay muted so that we can have a nice, clean, and crisp recording. I appreciate you all so much. So first and foremost, I want to say that a cruise specialist is exactly what it sounds like. It is someone who specializes in booking cruises. So to the guest on the line, did you all know that commissions are already built into your travel price? Like, if y'all can go ahead and put a yes or a no in the chat for me. Guys, I had no idea 6+ years ago when I was introduced to this business that every cruise my family and I were taking, there was a commission built into the price. And so the question becomes, who's keeping your money, right? If you are booking cruises for yourself, maybe you are the organizer of your friend and family group. If you are not a cruise specialist, if you are not a travel business owner, we want to change that tonight, because guess what? You are leaving money on the table. So here's how it works. Every time you book a cruise, the commission that's already baked into the price, whether you book it over the phone or you book it directly on that cruise line website, the company, they just keep the commissions. So when you book through a travel advisor, it's not that you have to pay your advisor more money. It's that the commissions get released to the travel agency. That's how our travel advisors are paid. So it's a great relationship. You may have people that want to do business with you. Isn't it awesome to be able to say, hey, guess what? You can support my business and it's not going to cost you any money. Isn't that good? To be able to just go up and say, hey guys, do you want to support a small business today? It's not going to cost you a dime to support my business. You win, they win. They win because they have personalized service. They get you one-on-one. They will never have to call a 1-800 number ever again in life. They have you, and you win because now you're earning commissions on what your friends, family, and complete strangers are going to do anyway. So we want you all to be encouraged and to be empowered that you can start a business. Now, one of the biggest kind of misconceptions is that I have to have a ton of experience. Maybe I have to have gone on a lot of cruises in order to become a cruise specialist. Maybe I needed to have gone to college to become a cruise specialist, right? Well, guess what? All of the training is provided inside. So you have a couple of different ways that you can access training as a travel advisor, as a cruise specialist. And so I'm going to give you all just a couple. We're not going to dive on in. This is just like a quick overview for you. But number one, I want you to know that our host agency provides training to you. Some of the training is done on demand, meaning once you come on board, you have access to a whole portal, and it is filled with tons and tons of awesome information showing you how to build your business right from the comfort of your device, whether you're on your phone, tablet, whether you are at the beach or at home, right? You also are going to have team level training. So as a team, your success coaches, your business partners, you all are going to meet usually on a weekly basis, and you'll be able to be poured into on a more intimate level. But can I tell you that even suppliers have training? So let's say you wanted to become specialized with a particular cruise line. You have your favorite brand, you want to book everybody in the world on that one brand. Y'all, I have one, but we're not going to go into that. You are shouting in front of mountaintops, I love this brand. Guess what? They also have a course that you can tap into and become a certified specialist. So you can take their courses. You're going to know everything that you need to know about selling their products. You don't have to be the person that has gone on 20 cruises in order to book 20 plus cruises, right? We have agents who have never set foot on a cruise ship in their lives yet, but they're still able to sell. And we can sell because the education here is out of this world, because you are assigned a business development manager when you come on board, and that person's responsibility is literally to help you sell cruises. I am not kidding, guys. There's somebody that sits in an office and their job is to help you sell more. Sometimes they may offer to do a party with you. They'll say, hey, invite your friends, family, and social media on a Zoom. I will talk about this cruise line all day long. And then anybody that books with you in the next 7 days, I'm going to give them $100 on board credit as a thank you. It's those type of things that you can look forward to as a travel business owner, and those type of people that are in place to really help you accelerate your business. But the education does not stop there, because there is something called the Cruise Line International Association. Y'all, I had never heard of this term 6 years ago when I got started. So if you've never heard of it, you're in good company. But it is a massive association, and they govern the cruise line industry, basically, right? So every major cruise line that you have ever heard of is also a member of the Cruise Line International Association. So here's the beautiful thing. Our host agency sits on the board of that association. We receive training from that association. You receive 4 free classes in training every single year, just like as a base level. So you're going to learn things like the state of the cruise industry, all type of really great facts, how to book group cruises, how to attract cruise clients, how to be the best cruise specialist ever. You're going to receive classes like that. But then they have their own conventions, they have their own events. And when you go to those events, you are going to take your business to a whole other level. So I say all that to say the training that you all have access to as independent travel business owners in order to go on your way to becoming a cruise specialist, it's out of this world, and you can start accessing your training from the very first day. Next, I want to talk to you all about how to build online, okay? Can we agree that like travel is a visual business, right? So even if you're someone that doesn't like showing your face on social media, or maybe you don't want anybody to hear your voice. I used to be that person. I don't like the sound of my voice. I don't want to speak. That was me a couple of years ago, right? Well, guess what? People love to see visuals. And what would you say if I told you that every year you receive a $100,000 marketing budget to help build and promote your business? And some of that budget can go towards things like ordering brochures or doing online newsletters or capturing like video feed that the vendors provide you. So there are cruise lines, for example, the same commercials that you see playing on TV, they will give you access to those video files and then let you put your name and phone number at the end of them. So you can post those all over social media if you want to. Nina, I see your face and I'm feeling your energy, sis. I love when she's like, what? Yes, right? They've done the commercial for us, but now you get to brand it as your agency and you get to go after your clientele. It's those type of things that we're here to help you understand. Travel is an $11 trillion industry. Guys, when I got here, it was an $8 trillion industry. Can you only imagine where it's going to be 5 or 10 years from now? It's phenomenal. So you have access to a marketing budget, you have access to training, social media strategies, a business development manager, like I was saying. And one of the things that we love training on is where to find your clients, guys. So if you all love social media, then you already know that hashtags are one of the best search functions online, depending on the platform, right? So would it be okay if you started popping up as people were searching hashtag this cruise line or hashtag this destination, right? Because when you're posting online, you're using those same hashtags. Would it be okay if you went into Facebook groups for travel lovers or for cruise lovers and you started saying, hey, I'm an independent travel advisor. My services are free and I would love the opportunity to book your next cruise. Does that sound spammy to y'all, or does that sound like that's a good conversation? When we come and we posture ourselves, we're not offending anybody. This is travel. These are vacations. I highly doubt that we could find anyone who you had to beg to go on a vacation. And I say highly doubt because I know there's some people that's like, don't want to leave their houses. Those are in like the 0.00 whatever percent. Outside of those guys, we don't have to beg people to book travel. We just don't. The same way we don't have to beg people to start travel franchises, and we don't have to beg people to become cruise specialists. Either you want to, and we're here to help you, or you don't, and that's okay. But travel is where it's at, you all. So we teach you how to find clients online. We teach you how to find people that are already traveling, because quite frankly, everybody who you know either is traveling or wants to travel at some point, right? Now, one of the things that you can really do to position yourself is to understand that when people book with you, they have an advantage. So I already told you they're going to get that one-on-one service. That already sets you apart. They're not calling a 1-800 number. They're speaking to you directly. But in addition to that, sometimes you're going to have better pricing than anybody else in the world can get. Not all the time. I want you to know that your pricing will either be the same as what's on the cruise line website, or it's going to be better. It's not going to be worse. It's going to be the same or better. So if it's the same, then your edge up is still your personalized service, because you're amazing. And we're even going to teach you customer service tips and techniques and things like that. But there are going to be some cases where your price is unbeatable. You're going to be able to tell people, hey, go on that cruise line website, and I dare you to try to beat my price. A couple of things happen. Number one, when travel advisors book groups, depending on how far out in advance we book, we may get up to 15% off of the base price that the rest of the world has as a starting point. So that's already you coming through the door. There are other cruise lines, and one of the other perks of working with our host agency is sometimes we purchase cruise inventory in bulk in advance. And so if you can imagine an organization going out and just collectively across multiple cruise lines, multiple ships and sail dates, and purchasing inventory, and it's at this price, then we all know how pricing goes. Every week, every month, every year, the prices increase, but the inventory in our pot that we get to pull from is still over here at this low price. So you may log into your travel agent portal and you're like, my price is this much. And on the website, it's more than $1,000 more. Let me go make me a TikTok post and tell the world that if they go on this ship and this sail date, I got them covered. is those type of techniques that we're really, really excited to help you with. So those are just some of the tips on how you can build online. And of course, once you come on board, we've got you all covered. We're gonna dive in and give you a ton of more really great insight. I want to take a quick pause because I want to give you all I'm not even going to tell you, I'm just going to pull it up on my screen. You're going to hear some testimonies from a couple people that are on the team, and I'm going to pull them in just a second, but I want you all to see it. I know that some of us are visual people, right? So the first thing that I want to show you all is a commission example. That's what we're going to talk to right now. You can consider the next couple of minutes to show me the money portion of this presentation, okay? With like some live testimonials and a quick photo. I want you to know that commissions are not guaranteed. The commission that I'm showing right now, it's not guaranteed that if you book a trip, you're going to earn the exact same thing. The testimonies that you're going to hear in just a second, it's not guaranteed. You know, I want us to have a responsible conversation. So I can't tell you that when you join, you're going to earn any particular amount of money next week, next year. I can't tell you that. But what we can tell you is what's happened, what's currently happening. And I want you all to know that if you partner with anyone who invited you to this Zoom, you are in good hands. So I'm going to go ahead and first share my screen and share with you all a 5-day group cruise that was booked by an agent. Now, this agent went ahead and put her family reunion on board a cruise ship. And I don't know about y'all, but I think that's the way to go, because sometimes you can go missing. And sometimes you can just be right there with your family. Oh, sorry, y'all, I must have lost phone service. Did I miss the dinner again? Or maybe that's just me. But so this was a 5-day cruise to the Western Caribbean. Let me tell you something. The agent booked 20 cabins. And as you can see, the commission that was already built into that travel price, $2,240.17. Now, I really just want y'all to think about this for a second. Our families are having reunions with or without us, right? Our schools are having class reunions with or without us. People are having weddings and parties and all of the things. People are traveling every day of the year, every single year of our lives. But would you love to be positioned on the money-making side of this transaction? And instead of just attending the cruise, you also have a commission check waiting for you after you come back. Is that good for anybody? Can y'all go ahead and put in a chat? I miss y'all. Talk to me. Is that good? You know what I mean? And then I really want you to think, okay, as a cruise specialist, if I'm really wanting to focus on cruises, which you don't have to, I want you all to know that you all can book any type of travel that you want. Tonight's conversation is specifically about cruises, but you can book any type of travel that you want. I am a single mom to a 4-year-old, for those of you that are watching the show. So we're just going to continue on, and he's going to do what he's got to do, and we're going to keep it moving. But how many of these would you like to book in a year or in a month? You know what I mean? For some top-notch cruise specialists who are like, no, this is my full-time career now. How many of these do you want to book in a week? Like, do you want to be the person in your community and you are the cruise agent? You are that person who they turn to. All right, so I'm going to unshare my screen. I'm going to bring a couple of rock stars into the line very quickly to share some testimonies with you. So the first I'm going to bring up right now is a woman who, and I don't want to spoil the testimony, but at the same time, I need y'all to know who you're getting ready to hear from. When I tell you big money moves, I mean big money moves. I mean, she spent 31 years in corporate America. And after they foolishly decided to let her go, she dove straight into her travel business, which she was already building, but now she got to build it on a full-time basis. And this woman, from her home out of the great state of New York, booked more than $1 million worth of travel last year. So y'all give it up for her in the chat as we bring the phenomenal Trina McMurray to the line, just to hear a little bit of her story. Hey, sis.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening.
I am so excited for everybody to be able to hear from you and just to understand. What I would love for you to do, just briefly, Trina, is can you tell people, did you have prior cruise experience? And really what I know that people really want to know on the line is, how did you do that?
I had no prior cruise experience. It was actually my first group cruise. And it was a bucket list trip for me. So I just booked it for myself, and I wanted to go with some of the other travel partners that were going. And I mentioned it to a few people, and I did a post on Facebook as well. And some people saw it and they were like, well, I want to go. I want to go. And then they told their family members and their friends, and they like, I want to go. I want to go. And it morphed into almost 80 cabins being booked for this one cruise.
Now, without getting specifically into your coins, because I don't want anybody texting you asking you for $1, what impact is your travel commission making in your life, Trina?
I would say I will probably be earning more than half, almost half of my salary I made in corporate America for a year.
And what were you doing in corporate America? I'm not gonna cry tonight. I'm not gonna cry tonight.
I was an executive for a commercial real estate company, so I made a pretty lucrative salary.
Thank you for sharing, Trina. Y'all, if Trina can do it, I want you to understand that you can do it too. Trina, have you ever, well, how do I want to put this? Out of everyone who you booked like 80 plus cabins. If you had to guess, what percentage of those people did you know beforehand? Like what percentage were friends, family versus, because I want people on the line to really understand that you don't have to come to the table with an existing network. So what would that be?
Maybe 20% were friends and family.
And the rest are complete strangers.
Yep. The rest were not people that I knew. They were associates of other people that were going on the trip.
I love it. Thank you so much, Trina, for sharing. We appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
I'm gonna move on over to this cruise guru, you all. She came through the doors and just started making waves. Y'all may or may not have seen her on social media. She is always on somebody's cruise ship. Y'all think I'm doing something. She is taking these, lately she has just been making me so excited, highlighting like the sail away parties from different Carnival cruises and just getting the world excited to really just party and have a good time. So Miss Sharice, I see you on the line. Can you unmute for just a second? And what I want you to share with everybody is how has your first couple of months as a travel advisor been, and what did that look like with you getting up and running as a cruise specialist?
Well, I'm not gonna say it was a challenge. It was fun. With coaching, I was able to produce things on social media to draw people in and be very attentive to what was being said to me. And I went from there. So for me, it's been exciting, even booking and then having people engaging and things like that on social media. It's been awesome.
Love it. I love it. Can you share, without dropping names, can you share like your biggest successful story thus far? Because I know you just getting started anyway.
Yes. My success story with social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting discouraged on social media, and I decided to reach out to Tiffany and was like, look, I need some help here. So she assisted me with some help. And then my son was like, Mama, I am 25 twice. So I was like, I'm just not getting it. So what he did was he helped me to edit videos a little bit more with the help of Tiffany. And just a week ago, after coaching with her, I had a video to hit over 46,000 views as well as shares to start sharing on that media. So I did the same thing like a few days later, and I had that particular video that's still running to hit like 5,000, and it's still running on For You pages too as well. So I was excited about that. So kind of paying attention to what somebody is giving you when it comes to information and then following what they're asking you to do, that tends to work.
I love it. I love it. We are so proud of you, sis. Thank you so much for sharing that. We have just a couple more minutes, so I am going to make my way to the Carolinas and bring this incredible, incredible woman up to the line. I enjoy watching people travel, not just by themselves, but also with their families. And this rock star just came back from a Well, I'm not going to tell it because she had everybody on board that ship. So Miss Jasmine, do you mind unmuting for just a second and just sharing what's going on in your world and what do you want the people to know?
So I just want the people to know, if you build it, they will come. That is the best thing that I can say. I started my travel business with literally just the support of my family, and just from their support, their word of mouth, the people that they have shared with, even my social media followings that I'm still building. Y'all, I took my family on the largest cruise ship in the world. It was 19 of us, and everybody was rebooked before we got off the ship. And not only that, they are spreading the word for me. I don't have to do a thing but be me, be my authentic, genuine self, and enjoy cruising, sharing what I love to do. That's all that I've had to do. I have probably 4 cruises that are in the works, everything from weddings to a class reunion to my own birthday cruise that my friends and family are joining me on. If you build it, they will come. I can't say that enough. Step out, and if you're afraid, do it afraid. It is okay. But yeah.
I love that so much. That's the word. Then if you build it, they will come, because it is the absolute truth. Thank you for that, Jasmine. And our last testimony before I give our closing words and tips is gonna be from this rock star out of the wonderful, huge state of Texas, doing big things. She sent me a text message when we got our paychecks the other day, and it brought tears to my eyes. So I'm not gonna put all her business out there, but go ahead, Mrs. Sante, and tell the people what you want them to know. How are you doing?
How are you all doing? I've been in the business for over a year right now, and I can't even tell you how many cruises I've booked. It's been a joy. People love cruising. And there are not, the incentives aren't just commission based. They have other incentives when you decide to become a cruise specialist, and it's so much. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you all so much for sharing. I promised that before we got off today, I was going to share some insight on to how agents can earn in their very first week. And so I've got less than 60 seconds, and I'm going to share with you. One of the things that most of us did not know when we first got started is that sometimes you can go back. And there are some vendors that will say, okay, even though you were not a travel advisor when you booked this cruise, if you booked it within a certain amount of time and it was not paid in full, you may be able to attach your new travel agency to that booking. We have had people come through the doors and say, wait a minute, I just booked 5 cabins for my whole family last week. We're going to help you go ahead and get that money that belongs to you into your household. So that's one way that some agents are able to come through the door and start earning from day one, from their very first week. We have to get you set up with that supplier first. Like, it is a process. It's not like a, hey, I joined, where's my money? But it is a process, but it's something that we love being able to help people do for sure. Something else that we love are word of mouth referrals. You would be surprised how simple it is to just let people know that I have a travel business. I would love the opportunity to coach you, or I would love the opportunity for you to share my business with other people. So we are at 7 o'clock on the dot. I promised you all 30 minutes. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, as well as the hearts of each and every person who invited you all here tonight. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your attention. If you like what you heard and you like what you saw, please get back immediately to the person who invited you here tonight. We will take incredible care of you. We are so excited to help you partner and start your own home-based travel franchise, become a cruise specialist, and take this thing all the way to the top. So thank you all so much for your time, and we look forward to connecting with you very soon. Have a good night, everyone.